It's about WikiLeaks, and in particular two people, Julian Assange, but also very significantly Bradley Manning. I think it's the first time. Bradley Manning is the guy who leaked the documents that made WikiLeaks famous, and nobody has really done a kind of in-depth profile of him on film before, and we did. You know, I was approached actually by Mark Schmugger and Universal to see if I would do it. It was a time when everybody was picking up steam in terms of doing feature film versions of the story, and the idea was, could we beat those out to the market, and rather than have an actor play Julian, how about Julian? So I came on board. I was, I was hugely interested in the story, and I jumped in. There's no access to Bradley. He's in lockdown in military prison, and so there was no access to him. But interestingly, there was a huge series of chats, online chats, between him and a gray hat hacker named Adrian Lamo, and we used those chats to tell his story because they're very both descriptive of the whole WikiLeaks story, but also go in depth to his own sense of personal ambition and crisis. So it's a really interesting portrait, but it's done all through print. My engagement with Julian is part of the movie. I mean, it's a story that's told in the movie, and I spent a long time trying to get him to cooperate, and I spent a lot of time with him trying to get him to cooperate. But I may be one of the only people on the planet who didn't get an interview with Julian Assange. And in a way, that's part of the story, because Julian likes to think of himself as kind of the puppet master who's pulling the strings and able to manipulate everybody to present the world in the way that he wants. But I wasn't interested in doing that. I was interested in an honest exchange. On the other hand, we have a way in the film of showing Julian before fame and after fame. And that's really, I think, the transition point for him. And it is a key dramatic moment. I mean, you see in the film, his character changes over the course of time. We made an arrangement with a filmmaker named Mark Davis, an Australian filmmaker, who was the only person to really follow Julian in that peculiar period before everything broke. And it's very intimate footage. And we use quite a bit of it, and it shows Julian, I think, in a very good light. Look, they're releasing information, but now they're releasing information which is acquired or stolen by other people and then handed to them. The Dropbox, the electronic Dropbox, is no longer working. The person who designed it left the organization. I think, frankly, WikiLeaks has become marginalized. But what's important about WikiLeaks is what they stirred in terms of a larger conversation about secrets and transparency. That is more lasting and will way outlast WikiLeaks and Julian. In that sense, WikiLeaks was important in starting something rather than finishing it.